We typically perform the loading steps in the following sequence. First, turn the instrument on. Remove the cassette from its storage bag. While wearing gloves, slide up the microchamber block until its lower surface is about level with the top of the agarose sections. You will hear a click. Make sure that the block is parallel to the cassette floor. Then remove an applicator comb from its bag and place it into the wells. With the cassette placed on a clean lab bench or paper towel, pipette the bacterial culture into the sample wells, 1 sample per well. Cassette wells can hold up to 2.3 mils of culture. Then remove a tablet dispenser from its bag. Invert the tablet dispenser over the wells of the cassette in register with each well and slowly remove its slide to allow each pill to drop into the wells. Press Start on the instrument to go to the lysis timer setting step. We recommend that the lysis time be set to at least 10 minutes, as this is the total time the instrument will wait before starting its run once the rig is filled with running buffer. The instrument will display a 15-minute default time for the lysis timer. Let the culture incubate with the comb and the dissolved tablets while performing the 2% bleach step, the rinse step, and the step for making the 1X running buffer. The lysis incubation time should be for at least 10 minutes. Undissolved white powder will remain in the bottom of the cassette wells throughout the run. The next display menu will prompt you to make 1 liter of a 2% bleach solution and place the new buffer tubing into this solution. Press Start Enter to activate this step, which fills and then drains the 2% bleach. You will then be prompted to put 1 liter of deionized water into the new buffer reservoir and place the new buffer tubing into this reservoir. Press Start Enter to activate this rinse step, which fills then drains the rinse water. The instrument will then prompt you to make the 1X running buffer. This should be made in the new buffer reservoir by diluting 20 mils of 100X running buffer into 2,000 mils of nanopure, millicue, or double distilled water. 1X running buffer should always be made fresh each day and never stored overnight. Before activating the running buffer filling step, remove the camshafts out of the way by lifting their front edge. Then place the cassettes into the rig between a holder slot. Snap the camshafts back into place. Verify that there is lysis of culture before activating the run program. You can tell that there is lysis by pipetting the culture up and down in a cassette well with a 1 ml pipetter. Lyse culture becomes viscous but does not have to go clear. You can now press Start Enter to fill the rig with buffer. The instrument display will now show the program menu. Refer to your manual for which program to select. Programs 1 and 2 work well for 12 and 24 well cassettes with plasmids ranging in size from 2 to 10 kb. For larger plasmids, use program 3. Press Start Enter to activate the run program. The instrument display will show you time remaining in the run. When this occurs, remove the cassette or cassettes from the instrument and place them on a paper towel on the lab bench. Slide the microchamber block up approximately 1/4 of an inch to ensure that draining is complete. Then remove the 20 to 25 microliter droplet from the inside of each microchamber window with a disposable tip pipetter. Sample removal can also be accomplished with a 12-channel pipetter, which can remove all samples from the cassette at one time. The cassette has micro-titer plate spacing. Try to remove the samples within 10 minutes of the end of the run. I will now demonstrate the use of the 24-well cassette. The 24-well cassette fits into the instrument and runs on the same programs as the 12-well cassette. The microchamber block of the 24-well cassette is permanently fixed in the down position and therefore does not move during the run. 24-well cassettes hold only 1 mil of culture per lane, and are supplied with liquid lysis buffers in place of applicator combs and lysis tablets. We have provided you with a numbered loading template in each pack of cassettes that will help you identify lanes during loading and unloading. The liquid lysis buffers are added to the cassette wells using a 12-channel pipetter in every other lane per load. The yield of the 24-well cassette is typically 2/3 that of its 12-well version. Load each lane of the 24-well cassette with culture using a single-channel or 12-channel pipetter. Add 100 microliters of lysis buffer A, then add 10 microliters of lysis buffer B to each lane. Stir the buffer into the culture using the multi-channel pipetter and proceed with the run as you normally would. Refer to your manual for the procedure for growing cultures in deep well microtiter blocks. That is basically how to prepare and operate your instrument. I will now describe the use of the auto buffer diluter. The auto buffer diluter is an optional device that will automatically prepare the 2% bleach solution and the 1X running buffer in the beginning of the run. When the auto buffer diluter is attached to the instrument, the software will detect its presence and change its display menus during the course of the run. If the auto buffer diluter is attached, you need only place pure water in the running buffer reservoir. To set up the auto buffer diluter or ABD unit, carry out the following steps. Step 1. Shorten the inlet tubing on the Mini-Pep 96 to approximately 12 inches. Then connect it to the hose barb on the ABD unit labeled 2 instrument. Step 2. Connect the supplied 1/4 inch ID tubing to the hose barb on the ABD unit labeled 2 reservoir. Then place the other end of this tubing into the pure water reservoir. Step 3. Connect the 6-prong electrical cable to the outlet on the rear panel of the Mini-Pep 96 instrument labeled ABD 101. Step 4. Fill the bleach bottle with household liquid bleach, then fill the buffer bottle with 100X buffer. Place these bottles in the ABD unit and screw on the lids with the tubing inserted through the hole in the lids and extended to the bottom of the bottles. Prime tubes, only required when setting up instrument or when refilling bleach buffer bottles. To prime the tubes, place approximately 2 liters of deionized water in the reservoir and turn the instrument on. Wait for the first menu screen, then press interrupt, followed by the B key to get to the second menu. Select the quote fill rig unquote and bleach step and then press start to allow the bleach bottle tubing to fill or prime. Press interrupt again, then press B to get to the second menu. Select fill rig and then buffer, then press start to allow the buffer bottle tubing to fill or prime. Press interrupt followed by drain to drain the liquid from the rig before beginning the run. You are now ready to use the auto buffer diluter. The instrument will prompt you through its steps at the beginning of its run. The Mini-Pep instruments are designed to serve your lab with state-of-the-art technology. They are easy to use and economical to purchase. For more technical support, call us at 800-466-7949 or visit our website at mcconnell.com.